Welcome to the Booyah Sports Network with your host, Keith Kimberlin.
All right, welcome to the Booyah Sports Network. I'm Keith Kimberlin. I'm so glad you're here. Now, before we get going, I want to give you a quick background on me so you know exactly who it is you're listening to. Now, I've been around youth sports for over 20 years and not just sitting in the stands. My wife and I, Kim, raised 4 boys, and we had them in everything from basketball, baseball, football, even hockey for a short while. But I didn't just watch. I coached select teams. I helped organize tournaments, and I dealt with parents, the good, the tough conversations, and everything that comes in between. So I got real insight looking at how this whole thing works. Now, looking back, that was honestly probably my first dress rehearsal, because about 17 years ago, life reset for us. And now we've got 2 daughters right in the middle of it. And that's a whole different world. Volleyball, basketball, softball, cheer, different sports, different dynamics, but a lot of the same challenges. So when I say I've seen it from just about every angle, I mean it. Now, some of you may have seen me before. I've done work on Discovery Channel, HGTV, Magnolia Network, True TV, CNBC. I've been on camera quite a bit. But I'll tell you right now, this right here is what I'm most fired up about. Because this is personal. One of the things I keep running into over and over again was this. There's just not one place to go to get real answers when it comes to youth sports. And when I say real answers, I'm talking about the stuff that every single parent is trying to figure out. What sport should my kid even be playing? What level should they be at right now? Do I start them in rec or go straight into select? Now, should I be paying for private lessons? And if so, who do I even trust? Are we going to do too much or are we not doing enough? What actually matters if my kid wants to play at the next level? That's the kind of stuff no one really lays out clearly. What you do is you end up piecing it all together from different people, different opinions, and half of the time you're not even sure if the advice you're getting is right. Now, that's exactly why I started the Booyah Sports Network. Not just to sit around and talk, and let me say this because it matters. This isn't just a show where you're just listening to me and my opinions. I've got a lot of them, no questions about it, but I do have a lot of opinions. But that's not the point of this. The point of this is access. And I'm not talking about just regular access to people who aren't around it. I'm talking about access to the people at the top of their game, the ones who are actually making decisions, the ones the coaches and programs really respect, the ones athletes and families are trying to get in front of. Now, these are people who have already done it at a high level and are still doing it every single day. Now, my role here is simple. I'm going to bring those people to you. And if there's something you're trying to figure out, you reach out to me and I'll go get the person who has that real answer. So whether you're a parent just getting your kids started, or if you got an athlete chasing big goals, this is for you. And we're not just talking about one sport. We're talking about volleyball, basketball, soccer, softball, football, cheer, swim, lacrosse, tennis. If your kid's in sports, we're going to cover it. Now, this is meant to be the one place where we all can come and get the actual real information without having to dig all over the place for it. I don't want you to just take my word for it. And let me show you what I mean. A little while back, I was at the Lone Star Classic in Houston, one of the biggest volleyball tournaments in the country. There's thousands of athletes, hundreds of coaches, recruiters from all over. And instead of just sitting down watching volleyball like I always do, I thought I'd go ahead and walk up and just start talking to some of these coaches and introducing myself. And by the end of the day, I'd sat down with over 20 college coaches, D1, D2, D3, all levels. And every single one of them agreed to answer 3 questions on camera. They're real simple questions. I asked them, what can a parent or a kid do to hurt their chances of getting recruited? And conversely, what could they do to help their chances of getting recruited? And then I finally asked them, I said, look, if you had a 12 or say a 13-year-old kid that's coming up through volleyball, what's some advice you could give them if they want to get to the next level someday? Now, that's the kind of access I'm talking about. Real answers from real coaches. I'm talking college coaches, next level coaches. Not guesses, not opinions, straight from the people who actually know. Now, that's what this show is going to be built on. And I'm super excited about what's coming. My first guest is going to be Jacob Hanna from Drive Nation, one of the top volleyball clubs in the country. we're gonna talk about all the things it really takes to develop into an elite player. And right after that, I'm sitting down with Christine Summers. She's the founder of Take Charge Recruiting. She's helped place over 900 athletes into college programs all across the country. D1, D2, D3. Now think about that, 900 placements. Then I'll be sitting down with Tanya Shatow. She is the head coach at UT Arlington. Now this is a Division I program, and we're gonna break down what it really takes and what really separates athletes who get opportunities from the ones who don't. I'll also be bringing on Russell Larson, the Vice President of the Texas Association of Sports Officials, so we can talk about officiating from the other side. Then I've got Mike Carter. Now he's the owner and director of the Alamo Volleyball Association, who I actually met with and interviewed there at Lone Star Classic. Now he's coming on as well. But then I'm gonna bring on Chris Bailey. He's the owner and founder of the North Texas Chiropractic Clinic. So we can talk everything injury related, like injury prevention, recovery, and how to keep athletes healthy long term. And that's just the start. We're going deeper into each sport, and we're gonna cover things that people actually need help with. As far as the format goes, most episodes will be with me sitting down with one guest, about 30 to 45 minutes, and we'll be diving deep on whatever topic it is we're going over. Now, some of the episodes, we may have more than one guest. We may have a coach, a player, maybe with a player, maybe someone who just signed, maybe walk through the whole journey with them and talk about what it took to get them that deal they got. And the best part is, you don't even have to be local to be on the show. We can bring in people remotely. So this isn't just limited to one area. So you don't have to come to my studio, even though it's pretty sweet, don't you think? But we'll start with one episode a week. We'll build that based on the responses I get and I've already been getting. So that's probably gonna pick up pretty quick. We'll probably end up doing probably one show a day. But now here's where I need your help. If you're an athlete, a parent or a coach, and maybe you've got questions, please drop them in the comments. Let me know what you wanna know. Tell me what you're trying to figure out. That's how we'll build this into something that actually helps people. So if you know someone who'd be a great guest, send them my way. Coach, recruiter, club director, official, anyone in youth sports world who has real insight, I want to talk to them. And if that's you, reach out. If you're truly part of this space and you truly got something that can help people, I want to hear from you. I want to hear your story. We're also going to cover some areas that people don't always think about, because not every family's in the same lane. And I want this to be useful across the board. At the end of the day, this is for all of us. My goal is simple. I want to build something real, something useful, something worth showing up for every single week. So I appreciate you guys being here. And I appreciate you giving this thing a shot. And I really believe this is going to turn into something super special. So let's get to work. Make sure you like, share, subscribe. And until then, my name is Keith Kimberlin for the Booyah Sports Network. Booyah!
Welcome to the Booyah Sports Network with your host, Keith Kimberlin.